How's it going, everybody? This is Beat the Bush. This is the Wuben X4 everyday carry light. I've been playing around with this and I have to admit it's a very good everyday carry flashlight. Compared to Wuben's X1, which is a bit too heavy for me to carry every day, X3 is actually a bit too tiny without the charge case. Yes, it looks very tiny, but it's also a little harder to handle. Part of the reason why I would carry it every day is if it looks really cool, and this one does it. There's a very satisfying slider switch over here, and I'm going to switch it on to flashlight mode right now. Press the top button one time, it turns on. This stepless style allows you to reduce in brightness as much as you want, and if you turn it up all the way, it'll blink once to let you know that it's at maximum. Press it again to turn it off. When you set it on maximum at 1500 lumens, it will last 3 hours. IP68 rating, which means it's submersible up to 1 hour. Unlock it. You push it and it gives you access to the battery. It pops right out just like this, and it uses their branded 18650 lithium ion battery. There's a battery indicator sign to let you know the positive side goes in first. You pop it in. Now it's satisfying enough that it can almost be like a fidget toy. See, you got the slider over here. And also the battery cover. There's a night light mode, a front flashlight mode, side light mode, and also locked mode. If I set it on night light mode and I push the end, see, it's not very bright. If I set it on flashlight mode, I can push it and it'll momentarily turn on, turn it off, either this way or you turn it around and you can press it this way. Look at this. Let me look at that. However, I find it funny that if you put it on side light mode, and you press the end button, the front flashlight turns on still. It's not like you can momentarily turn on the side light. I think that would have made more sense. And then if it's on lock mode, it won't turn on. If you double click it in any of those positions, it's gonna do this strobing thing. If you press and hold it, it will show the battery indicator. Right now it's solid red. When the charge is over 90%, the blue light will turn on. In other words, if I press and hold it, this will be blue instead. If it's 40 to 90%, it will flash the blue light. If it's 15 to 40%, it's gonna be the red light, which is what it is right now. And if it flashes red, it's gonna be less than 15%. Personally, I think they should just blink this the number of times for the number of percentage in increments of 10%. So if I push this and there's very low battery power, maybe it'll just keep on blinking. But if it's 10%, it will blink one time. If it's 20%, blink 2 times, etc., etc. Side light mode, you see, I can even just move it without looking at it. Push it once, and then you can change the brightness. Move it high, and then move it down. Press and hold this, it'll go to RGB. I moved the light away so we can see the light better. Green, yellow, orange, red, purple, blue, light blue, and then back to green. If you want to make any of those strobe, double press it. And then if you want it to stop, press it again, it'll turn off. When you put it on your belt, you want to naturally be able to pull it out of your belt and turn it on. You see the way I did it just now, the flashlight is not in the front. What you need to do when the belt clip is this way is you have to grab it like this, pull it out, and then it'll be the right way. Push it to turn it on that way. So I would prefer this belt clip being upside down instead. When you put it on your belt, if you accidentally turn it on, the light is gonna shine into your face. I don't like that. I rather have it face downwards and have the bright light face downwards like this as I'm hiking or whatever. But you can still clip it right there. Turn it on to the side light mode. If it's a very dim area, hands-free light, kind of like a little lantern right around your belt. This also has a magnet on the end, so you can attach to anything and have a little light facing this way, facing outwards, or just facing down. So you can kind of put it somewhat higher up. If you're camping or cooking or something like that, it will give you a nice light from above. 3 hours runtime on maximum brightness, but only takes 2.5 hours to charge it with a 12-watt USB adapter. Now, when I say 3 hours, it sounds like it doesn't last very long, but keep in mind, this is on maximum brightness. If you set it on minimum brightness, this will last 285 hours. So I would suggest to just use as much brightness as you need. And if you want to conserve power, you can dial it down a little bit. Let's dunk this in water and see if it survives. Keep in mind that you can slide this slider switch over to reveal the USB-C charge port. This is to charge the internal battery. I checked with the manufacturer and it does not matter where this slider switch is located, and it will still be IP68 rated. 2 meters submersion for up to 1 hour. Now this is up to 1 hour, right? It can survive, but this is not recommended. If you get water splash on it, great, you know, just brush it off, but it's not a full-on underwater flashlight. So kind of like iPhones, even though sometimes it says it's waterproof, if it's down in the water long enough, sometimes a little bit of water gets in and it can ruin your flashlight. So don't do this too often. Let's try this and see. I hope it doesn't blow up actually. Here we go. Turn this away. Look at that. The flashlight is in there. Let's take it back out. I'm not getting shocked or anything. Let's see if there's any water in the USB-C port. I actually want to do it again with the USB-C port exposed, so it's not as bright on nightlight mode. Ooh. Well, it still turns on. After you dunk it in water, you gotta flick off all the water just to dry it off a little bit. Quite impressive everyday carry light. This is the Wuben X4. If you guys are interested in getting one of these, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.